going on, guys? I'm just sitting here Saturday night, just wrapped up dinner and thought I would hop on and work on the video I'm going to be putting out here in the next week. And I've kind of run into kind of a log jam in terms of not really sure what to make this one's week about. I got a lot of things coming up and I'm drawing a blank. So just maybe wanted to talk through it with some of you guys and just see what ideas we can maybe come up with and talk some golf. Ask me some questions. I can ask you guys some questions too. Um, I haven't really done a YouTube live before. I just did an Instagram live earlier today and I just wanted to try it out and see how it goes. But I feel like the live aspect is a lot better where I can actually talk to you guys a bit more and kind of see where it's more than a comment. Uh, just got a notification. Sorry. Yeah, so kind of connect a little bit deeper than just the comment sections of Instagram and DMs. So let's talk some golf. I'm going to finish up watching the Sony Open tomorrow, kind of see what goes on there, see if Bryson can pull off another win. Who do you think will win the majors this year? All right, Kyle. Nice to meet you. I'm Kyle as well. I don't know. It's going to be tough. I'm really hoping Ricky can pull one off. I think he's got the best chance at probably the we're going to say the Open. We'll give him the Open. I think for the Masters, God, I think it would be pretty cool to see Tiger win that, but I'm not going to hold my breath too much. I think somebody like Bryson could pull that one off. And for the U.S., it'd be crazy to see Brooks do something again. I gotta think that Justin Thomas is, yeah. You got Tommy Fleetwood, John Rahm. Yeah, both of those guys have been playing pretty insane lately. Tommy Fleetwood's definitely one that I want to see get a major. Him, Ricky are kind of the two ones, but let's go Tiger Augusta. Let's do Justin Thomas, U.S. Open. Let's do Ricky with the Open, British Open. And for the PGA, which now is going to be earlier in the year, let's just throw Fleetwood out there for that one. So I really like the young guns out there right now. There's a ton of talent out there, and it's pretty ridiculous right now. So how about you guys? Who do you think is going to win the Masters this year? This is I mean, I probably am already counting down the days, and I think it's 89 days left till Augusta, so that feels like it's coming up pretty soon, but it's got a little bit of time. So yeah, it's Augusta and the Masters and all that stuff. When that kind of rolls around, it really gets me excited for the golf season. Yeah, hopefully Tiger. I think Tiger can do it if he stays healthy and he plays like he did towards the end of last year. I mean, really, to win a tournament, it's a little bit of luck involved as well. So Justin Rose, maybe I mean, he's gonna be very interesting to watch this year with his transition to Hanma, and the one that really got me was switching from Adidas to Bonobos or Bonobos, whatever you want to pronounce it. But it'll be interesting to watch him this year and see if he's distracted by all the newness that's probably going on in his golf world. Changing clubs is always something that I'm sure at their level is different. What's going on, Keith? Xander, yeah. Schauffele's been playing pretty solid. That was really impressive to watch him win at Kapalua. I think it shoot 62 on the last day. That was just heartbreaking to watch Gary Woodland not pull it off. Because I really like Woodland, and he's got such a crazy good swing, and he's gone through a lot the past few years, so it would have been cool to see him kind of pull it off. But Xander's also pretty cool, so I'm glad he got that one. He let's see, he's won five. I'm trying to remember. I saw the stat that he's won. I can't remember. I didn't. I shoot 62 there if I played a. I don't think I'd shoot 62 there if I played. If you play a solo scramble. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have to be honest. I played there what 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and we played the white tees. Um, so you had the pro tees. They didn't let us play, and then you have. I want to say the next tees up. We played the white tees, which were one back from the resort tees, and I actually didn't feel like the course was that difficult. If you're hitting it in the fairway, you got some undulations and all that, but for the most part, I didn't really struggle out there a whole lot. The putting coming from Alaska was the hardest part because we deal with such slow greens up here, and if you put me on anything above a nine, I'm like, takes me about a week to get used to it. Um, the the greens were good there. They had grown them out because they were getting ready to cut them down real short for the tournament. So they were rolling actually slower than normal, but still fast for me for not practicing there enough. I want to say they were probably at like a 10, maybe a 9 or a 10. We can play the tips at Aaron Hills. Yeah, we're playing Aaron Hills here in a couple months, and it's 7,700 yards. So we'll see about that. That would be quite the challenge. I think at Aaron Hills, I would be from the tips like that. I'd like to place a bet on what I could shoot. Um, we'll have to talk more about that later, Caleb, because that would be kind of a fun little challenge. Because 7,700 yards that's a good amount. That's a good ways. So, but yeah, the Sony Open, I haven't really had a chance to watch much of it yet. But I'm in for Aaron. Got approval from the wife. Right on. That's all you got to do is check with the wife. I was thinking about putting out a video this Friday, and putting it titled "Five Ways to Get Your Golf to Let You Out or get your wife to let you out on a golf trip." Yo, my good man, good quality videos. I highly suggest doing some SEO on your golf sidekick. What's up, man? I appreciate that, and I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more because yeah, I'm new to the YouTube world, and I know there's a lot that can be done with the descriptions and the search engine optimization, and I'm just new to it right now, trying to juggle the production and editing, and I'm gonna I'm gonna try to get my mind around that. But I appreciate the feedback, and I dig your videos, dude. It's really cool to see you playing all over the place. Thank you, I appreciate that. All right, and where are you located at? Because I've seen you play all over the place, and I want to say you were in, I mean, Thailand for the most part. It's hard for sometimes I just get into like the golf video like world, and I just go to video to video to video, and I forget who I'm watching, and then if it's a new video or if it's an old video. So sometimes I get a little lost, but whatever, I enjoy it. It's golf. So yeah, it's really funny. I think two of the people watching are my buddy Caleb. Hold on, I'm in Thailand right now. Was in South Africa for 2 months. We'll be in Malaysia for Ramadan in May to play super cheap golf. That's awesome, man. Uh, you look like you lead a pretty awesome life in terms of getting to golf all over the place. Your channel, when I looked at it, it was a good size, and it looks like you're able to kind of play golf as somewhat of a job. I don't know if that's true or not. It's none of my business, but um, it's inspiring to see that you can put out good quality content and be able to golf as much. That's been my biggest issue with vlogging while I play is the quality of my game tends to drop while I'm filming because I'm trying to make it um, a good edit, but then I forget about like actually playing golf. And so I need to get a little better at that. And I think the only way that's going to happen is by doing it more often with some of my golf trips coming up, I'm really hesitant about trying to do course vlogs because uh, what's more important to me, I think, is playing my best and trying to shoot the lowest scores I can, and it makes it difficult if I'm trying to film every shot or get people to film me. Like that's probably the hardest part is having somebody film me, and then in the back of my head I'm worried about right, and that just that messes with me. 30. I don't use it for a job though. It pays for my golf. Really, I set up 10 websites with hard work. Oh, right on, man. Yeah. And sorry, I missed that one, Keith. Uh, yeah, if you can find an online business to be able to run and make you some side income, and then your golf's paid for with golf content, that's about as perfect as it gets. That's what I'm kind of going for. Is right now I'm able to offset a lot of my golf with working at a course during the summer months, 1 day a week or so, kind of gets me some cheaper golf, and then hopefully I can turn this into something where I'm not expecting to make money, but it can offset some of the expenses of having probably one of the most expensive hobbies there is. It feels like. So I appreciate that feedback. I'm glad you could join on here. That's pretty awesome. I just was commenting, I think, on your video today, or was that? It might have been yesterday, but yeah. So I was kind of working out a script for a video that I wanted to put out this week. And like I said, I'm hitting a roadblock because I'm thinking like 2 weeks ahead of stuff that I need to put out. So I would like the video that I put out next to kind of to lead into the next video. And I thought about doing a review of some sort or a recap. I have a few stories that I'd love to tell. I don't know how to tell them quite yet. I'd love to talk about how I choked at the state amateur tournament this year. I really went in with a lot of high expectations. It was actually one of my main goals starting in 2018 was to finish in the top five. I think I had it in the state. And granted, Alaska's a lot smaller. The talent pool's a lot smaller, so getting top five is different than top five in California or something like that. So I had a good first round, and then I kind of crapped the bed from day two, day three, day four to an extent, and it was a real mental battle for me to be able to like pull through and try to salvage rounds when it was actually 1-9 um, each day that seemed to just haunt me and kill my score. And it was just a battle to be able to head to the 10th hole and be like, all right, this got me yesterday and the day before. Let's do it again and not think about those negative shots. So I really want to talk about just the mindset of heading into maybe holes that you've played before that you don't play well, and how to overcome that. When you step up to a tee shot that the four previous rounds you've played, you've duck hooked it OB or something. That's that's a really tough place to be, no matter how good you are. Um, so I need to do a little bit more research into that and how to kind of handle that. I'd say a go-to tee shot when I'm struggling. Let me read this. I'm hitting the hay whether I live in Wilmington, North Carolina. Oh yeah, dude. Can't wait to see your next video. Just keep the game simple and don't think. Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Yeah, have a good night over in North Carolina. I hope to make it over there to play some golf in South Carolina one of these days too. So we'll have to link up when I get over there. Thanks for tuning in, man. A go-to tee shot when I'm struggling is probably 3-wood, and that generally gets the ball out there far enough and it's straight enough to be in play. But when I'm struggling, it's it's hard for me to step up to a tee shot and put a comfortable swing. I start trying to steer the ball and trying to not get too aggressive, which makes me flare it off, and not release the club. And all these things are about being cautious. My handicap I'm playing off of, I think at the end of the season, I was right around a 5.2. So Um, like I said, in the state am, the first day I was 4 over through 9 because I missed a I I rimmed out an 18-inch putt. Probably I stepped up there, whacked it, hit the back side of the cup, and you rimmed out. It was pretty funny. Not at the time, obviously. And then I went to the front 9 and I shot 2 under. I started on 10, so I ended up with 74, I believe, is what it was, for the first day. So I was right there in the heat of things. I think I was in 5th place, and I was like, okay, let's keep this up for 3 more rounds. And I just did terrible day 2 and day 3 and day 4. I just it still haunts me. So that's one thing I really need to train for this year is just getting better under pressure, and even when I have a blow up hole, is learning how to deal with that more often. And hey Barry, what's going on? South Carolina, right on, yeah. Um, Best score. I've got a ton of 73s. I've never shot par or better from the men's tees. I've played in like red tee tournaments from the ladies or stuff like that and shot under par, but I don't count those. Um, so that's been one of my main goals is to shoot like a 69. And so that kind of gives me a buffer where if I don't reach a 69 but I shot 71, I still set my best record. So yeah, 73 has been kind of the number for me. I think I shot that twice last year. Shot a few 74, 75s. I had more rounds in the 70s last year than I have in a long time. So the game was on the proper trajectory, which was good to end off. And I feel like I've kept swinging through the winter time, which is rare for me. And so that's going to really help me kind of launch in the next season in a good form, instead of coming into golf in May and being like, all right, how far do I hit my wedges again? Or where is that feeling of, my wrist or whatever it may be, that you kind of got to work out the kinks when you get back into it. So I'm feeling like this year is going to be the good year. When is your golf season in Alaska? So for the most part, if it's a pretty average winter, I would say these tend to open up around April, and you get some temp greens probably like that. And then it's about May-ish when they'll open up, but it's still kind of rough in Anchorage. But outside of Anchorage, you can usually kind of get some okay conditions in May. And so then we'll just call it May 1st, and then you can play all the way through. This year we played to, what's that, November? I'd have to look back at some of the pictures, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we played through November or part of November, um, and it's awesome. It's actually a good season. Come to Thailand, we'll get you to 72. Quick sticks, weird, chill here. You're probably playing go. Man, I didn't realize these would go away so quick. Read every shot must have a purpose. Yes, I think that was actually a video that I watched of yours, perhaps, where that book was suggested. I've the Every Shot Must Have a Purpose, and it's written by the Vision 54 ladies, if I'm remembering correctly. Um, they also wrote Be a Player, and I read that this summer, and I actually really thought that was a great book. I suggested that to everybody, and so that's the next on my Audible account, really, because I love the audiobooks. Do you really get long days in Alaska when it's light out? Yes. So Keith's point out that during the summertime we get extremely long sunlight or daylight hours during the summer, and so generally at the peak, like July, you can play golf till roughly 1 or 2 a.m. and it'd be dusky around then, and then the sun will maybe dip down for about an hour, and then it's coming back up around 4. Um, so you can tee off as early as roughly about 5 a.m. in Alaska, and then you can tee off as late as 10 p.m. some places. So yeah, we've just about played all night. It's pretty crazy. Do you have any collaborations anytime soon, maybe in the States? Well, Barry, I'm kind of working on a few things. I've been really connecting with a bunch of people on Instagram, and Keith's in this live video right now. He's at the Sweet Spot Golf on Instagram, and we're actually looks like we're meeting up in Wisconsin to play some golf. So there could be some potential video content coming out of that. I don't know how it looks yet, but there's that potential. And then there's some stuff that's coming up soon. I've been kind of hinting at going on a trip that I haven't really talked about a whole lot yet. And I'm going to touch on that this week. And I'll lay out a little bit of the. Yeah, it is the PGA show. Time to make a new video. Keep up the good work. Look at SEO and keyword promoters. All right, Golf Sidekick. Thanks for the advice right there. That's incredibly useful because it seems like you've been doing this for a bit and you've had some success. So I really appreciate that feedback. And yeah, Barry, to be honest with you, I am going to the PGA show with my buddy Caleb. And I kind of want to just almost make a whole video about going to that because I started this channel 2 months ago, roughly, right around October something. And I was like, I'm just gonna start making YouTube videos. I want to do golf, and I want to create content for it. And then I started thinking, okay, how can I grow the quickest, and how can I get out there the most? And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna apply for a media pass at the PGA show. You should get up. Yeah, GM Golf. We're actually planning on meeting up there at some point. I don't know if we're gonna get to play together because he's kind of got already a book schedule. He's playing with Golfholics. He's staying with Zach Radford and Brody Smith and Andrew Jensen at a condo there. So there's a lot of guys have already packed their schedule, and at the end of the day, I'm nobody in terms of the YouTube world. So we'll see what kind of scraps that I can get. But I just look forward to meeting everybody there and connecting because I think there's a lot of people that share the same passion as me, and so that's really the goal, is to make those connections, and down the road we can certainly do some sort of collaborations. So I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, I want to do a whole video just about the idea of, if you want to do something bad enough, you need to start making moves. Is because there's so many of us that are just sitting there and being like, I really want to do this or do that. I want to be Scratch. I want to go to PGA show. I want to do this or that. And it's like, well, what are you doing to do it? Are you practicing as much as you should? Are you applying to go to the show? Are you looking into how to get there? It's like I see a lot of people that just aren't attacking what they want to do hard enough. And so I just wanted to make a video that just kind of showed that I saw something that I wanted to do. I put my mind to it, and sure enough, I'm flying there in a week and a half to go be a part of that. And who knows what could come of it? I mean, it could really help my channel. I could be introduced to the right people at the right time. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I appreciate that question, Barry. And yeah, I look forward to meeting Garrett from GM Golf. And he's a super nice kid. He's already helped me out, so pick me up on the way down to the PGA show. Yeah, Keith, we'll do that if you get a few more days off. I know you're headed to Florida the next month after that to play in that Battle at the Beach thing, which looks pretty cool. Brian Golf is another channel that just seems to be pretty awesome. Like, he works at Club Champion and does all the fittings there, but I haven't talked to him, but he just seems like he's got the right idea. But I'm probably gonna shut this video off at about 30 minutes, so another 5 minutes or so. I told the wife I would just try this out real quick, and then we could spend some time watching a movie or something. So hope that's understandable. But Saturday night, everybody should be out doing stuff, and you know, I'm sitting at home doing a YouTube live video. Is what it is. But yeah, so I'm kind of looking at delving more into the vlogging world. there's just okay, yeah, we can do that. Favorite club in the bag. I think we've talked about this before, but it kind of changes from day to day. I have to say that my PM grind Callaway 60 degree is probably my favorite club because I seem to use that more than anything else besides my putter. Um, I love the way it looks, the high toe, the wide sole, everything like that. It just sets up great for my eye, and so I hit that thing from about 70 yards and in for every shot, and it just feels so right. And now that they have the new PM wedges, I'm gonna have to start looking at those and saving up some money. Can you do videos from your range sessions? Yeah, I can. I haven't kind of figured out what that looks like because um, the biggest issue I have in there is it's so dark and the video always seems to kind of come out pretty grainy. And I hate that because if I'm putting out content that maybe isn't super exciting, like a range session that you can kind of talk over and discuss, like I want it to be quality in terms of the production. So I need to kind of figure out if I can get some lighting in there or borrow some that's at the range to kind of make it worth it. And so that is a good suggestion. I guess in terms of that, like what do you like to hear in a range session? Is it the thoughts that are going on in my head, or is it like my swing thoughts or what I'm working on? Like to me, watching somebody hit golf balls after golf balls can be entertaining, but only for a short period of time. I know Peter Finch has put out a few like videos where it's just range sessions and it's a couple different video angles and there's some chill music over top, and I could dig that. Um, it's entertaining to me for a period of time, but at the end of the day, it's like okay, you know, he's hitting shots and that's about it. You're not really seeing where it lands and where it goes per se sometimes. So I just don't know. I mean, I like it. Like I IG live the video range session. Yeah. Yeah, I just like to see how people go about practicing their swing. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think tomorrow might be a good chance for me to experiment with that. I like Caleb's suggestion of doing a Instagram live or YouTube live from the range. I can kind of go into a corner perhaps and just like set something up and answer some questions, and maybe people can like pick apart my swing, tell me how bad it is. So yeah, that might be an option for some entertainment there. Um, but yeah, at the end of the day, I really just want to make some videos that make you that evolve around golf, revolve around golf, but are just attractive to the eye. The last couple videos, I've been trying to mess around with some B-roll footage that, whether it's just like opening the balls I got from like Vice Golf or a practice session, like I just really enjoy seeing like a story of something that's so simple. So I'm trying to get that kind of going a bit more and include that in each video. So when I'm at the range and I'm hitting, it makes it very hard for me to get good camera views because I'm the one hitting the golf balls. So I hope that makes sense. It makes it a bit harder, but there's always ways to figure things out. So, but going on maybe another minute and then I'm gonna shut her off and go spend some family time. I really appreciate you guys tuning into this. This was just kind of an experiment for me. I haven't done any of the live stuff before, so I really just wanted to try it out. It's kind of awkward for me because I'm talking to my phone right now, and I got to get over that because this is a great way to connect with people. And Barry, thanks, man. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate the feedback. You've been there on all the videos, commenting, and that just means the world to me that you take your time to do that. So appreciate it very much so. And we'll have to get around when I make it over to the East Coast again for some golf. So appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, I just am trying to do my best with making some videos, and I'm going to be pushing myself to push 2 videos a week. All right, keep up the good work, my man. Thanks, Keith, man. So the 2 videos a week is the goal, and that means, what is that, 104 videos this year. I think I've set a lofty goal for myself. So hope you guys will stay with me through it and give me the feedback I need, and we'll hopefully be growing and putting out some great content. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will be talking to you guys soon. So have yourselves a good night. We'll see you later.